Multi-kill. No one's trying to invade me. Hello again, dear friends. I'm here, reppin' the salad, in I Played a Thing, Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get back to business. First of all, a few people have been expressing concern about my controller problems lately, and I just want to mention that I will be hooking myself up with a proper controller. I had planned to keep going with this bootleg, but the outages seem to have become a little more frequent lately, so I do plan to replace it, so no worries on that front. And doing so will be more affordable thanks to the support of all my good Patreon friends and donators, so thank you again for that. And also, let's take a look at a few of the items we picked up last time. The red sign soapstone, as I mentioned, is to invite folks into your game for PvP. Certain dark wraiths resist their descent into dark and persevere along the honorable path. So, yeah, that's kind of a neat little integration of the item into the lore. It's for folks who want to steal humanity from others, but want to do it in a somewhat honorable fashion in single combat. What else did we get last time? Oh yes, there was the Rapier of Velka. Move that around here somewhere. There we go. A symbolic, powerful thrusting sword used by the Pardoner serving Velka, goddess of sin. It is no mere symbol, to be sure. The Pardoner is an inhuman swordsman, and wields this enchanted blade with special sword technique. And yes, if you should, happened to antagonize Oswald back in the tower. You may remember Oswald is the Pardoner of Velka that we can meet in the game. If you do aggro Oswald back in the bell tower, he will use one of these on you. And he's not bad with it either. And we also had the Velka clothing, so we can take a quick look at that, and I also think I'll try that on, because it's decent armor that isn't too heavy, I don't believe. It's a little heavier than the Painting Guardian set, I think. And here's the mask, worn by Pardoners serving Velka, the goddess of sin. The Pardoners listen to the confessions of sinners, urging reflection and salvation. Their masks symbolize separation from worldly desires. And the Pardoner's attire is uniformly black in color, and said to be imbued with Velka's mystical power, which provides resistance against all manner of magic. And I believe the Velka set also has pretty decent fire defense, but its resistances overall aren't as good as the Painting Guardian set. But let's model that, shall we? I have to say, we do look kind of cool. It goes nicely with the scythe, I have to say. We should still have a fast roll, and indeed we do. And as before, I don't like to cover up salad entirely. Gotta show off the lovely green tresses, so let's see what we can put on the noggin. What's the Wanderer hood look like with this? Not a great color match. about the dingy? Probably the same issue. Yeah. Too bad we don't have a black hood of any kind. Yeah, that looks pretty good with the thief mask. We'll go with that. And one other thing I'd like to mention is that if you, oops, take the menu off. If you head down the well, and from the well entrance to the waterways under the ruins here, if you make a bunch of lefts, I think you just take all the first lefts you can, you'll eventually find a well-hidden tumor guy, and if you kill him, he will drop a unique pyromancy to the area called Fire Surge. Fire Surge is not that exciting, so I can't really be arsed with going down and dealing with the bone wheels for it, but if you want, even just for the achievement, it's there. Another thing that reminds me, we did pick up Acid Surge, which is a pyromancy 4 into the Great Swamp, and it's used to destroy enemies' equipment. Not all pyromancy originates in the Great Swamp. One hears rumors of unknown pyromancers inhabiting various lands, and this spell is the work of one such outlander. And aside from the part about emitting acid, I believe the Fire Surge pyromancy has exactly the same description, just talking about its being 4 into the Great Swamp, the work of an outlander, etc., etc. And right here, I am not going to dick around with the phalanxes, I am just headed right for the exit. Let me make sure no crow guys are coming down at me. And yes, I know I've interchangeably called them crow and raven guys, I'm not sure exactly which they are. It doesn't really matter that much to me, the important thing is you must be careful or they will jump on your head and murder you. We have some hollows coming at me here, but they're pretty regular guys. The one with the bow being a little more trouble than most, but that's why we have shields. I think, although I do not remember for certain, well, oh, there's my confirmation. I was going to say, I think some of them might climb over the rails, too. And we've had that proven to us. Ow. Can't forget about the bow guy, not that he hurts me all that much. That's pretty cool, I have one stuck right through my weapon hand. Okay, I'm kind of impressed at his ability to shoot a bow sideways. And I think this is the first Knight of Berenique we've seen with a greatsword. But all in all, he's really not too different from the ones with the giant maces we've dealt with before. And can be handled in roughly the same way, although, yes, he does have a backswing to be careful of. It would be wise of me to take my own advice. When I say be careful with a greatsword, I mean it. And we've got a stupid death in the first 10 minutes. Hopefully this is not a sign of trends to come. Oh well, at least that should be an easy soul pile to recover. Being really careless here. Gotta get my game face on. Incidentally, since none of the light armor is really all that physically protective, and the resistances are not critically important to me, if there are any particular outfits you want to see more of, any favorites that you have, or combinations that you'd like me to try, feel free to say something in the comments, or my email, or any of the usual places. Because as long as I can fast roll in it, I'm perfectly happy to wear it. I thought you could sneak up on me, huh? I admitted I enjoy getting those multi-kills a little too much. Kinda put myself at unnecessary risk to get them. Oh, and I gotta kill humanity, so that's nice. Yes, remember, swing twice. Sometimes. But if he does the overhead, he will not swing again. No real point to trying to get behind this gentleman. Because for whatever reason, although the boar is not, the Knights Baronique are too big to backstab. Why don't you try and shield mash me there, friend? I'm right up in your shit, I know you want to. Haha, that's what I thought. Oh, the large Titanite shard is nice, but I have no idea why you dropped a great axe. You didn't have one. Oh well, mine is not the question why, mine is just to loot. From here I believe it should be a pretty straight shot to the end of the painted world. And we will take care of business here, and then we can get on back to Anor Londo. Well, hello, extremely tall lady. Goodness. You are a lofty one. Like your scythe. A little fancier than mine.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
If thou seekest I, thy desires will be requited not? Wow, Salad, I didn't know you went for the ladies. What a lovely gown. I bet Snuggly would like that. And you know, it's true. If you want, at this point, you can leave the painted world, just walk off the plank like she says, and you will not plunge to your doom. You will fall out of the painting and return to Anor Londo in peace. Also, since we defeated the NPC invader, King Jeremiah, we can get his stuff here. The Xanthus set. I think that might be a little heavy for us to use properly, but I will briefly model it. A mysterious item once worn by the Xanthus King Jeremiah, the legendary exile. No one knows where it came from. It may be tattered, but its bright yellow color still stings the eyes. Yeah, it is a bit loud. I wonder what's legendary about King Jeremiah. The game never expands on it. And the ridiculous Xanthus crown. It's quite soft to the touch, and it is clearly far too big. Well, the emphasis on its softness, I guess, could be considered a hint that you can take that to Snuggly. Well, Salad, you are looking pretty sharp in all the yellow gear, but yeah, the big waxy Q-tip I don't think is a good look for anyone. And we are down to mid-roll. What happens if I take off the Q-tip? Still mid-roll? No, we're up to fast. Wow! That head wrap is not only gigantic, it's heavy. But you know what? I think I'm gonna wear this for the moment. It doesn't look as I guess, conventionally cool as the, Velka set, but it does have a certain something. There we go. We are the masked yellow assassin. Excuse me, ma'am.
Thou thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
This land is peaceful? Its inhabitants kind? What, like all the crow people and the bone wheels? And, you know, the walking tumors? Is there something wrong with you? Never mind. The important thing here is, The important thing here is... Ooh. Oop, bad aim. Touch fluffy tail. That really is a nice fluffy tail. Can't resist. I'm trying to play Salad mostly more or less ethically in this playthrough, but... that tail. I can't leave without it! Mustn't. Mustn't. But I must!
I expected as much from thee. Why?
Alright, this will be the battle against Crossbreed Priscilla. Oh, wow, that hurt. You can kind of tell where she is by looking for footsteps in the snow. Not always easy. She's got her scythe, and she can do tremendous bleed damage with it. Like so. Gotta get away, chug. Fortunately, she can't quite one-shot me. Ow. And once you stagger her, she does reappear. And as you can see, she's got a snow magic. Not too harmful. What I'd really like is another shot at that tail, though. Damn it. Well, you do get a unique weapon for chopping off the fluffy tail, but, it's just a dagger, so I wouldn't be using it anyway. Ow. I've never been very good at this fight. Usually I have my pyromancy flame a little higher when I do this part, if I do it at all. So most of the time I can take off the tail with one blast of great combustion. Was not to be the case this time. I was hoping that would still work, but no. Damn it. Gotta watch that bleed damage. Thought those footsteps were gonna be a giveaway for me, but no joy. Where are you at, Prissy? Oh, Priscilla, they're gonna kill you for what you did. I shouldn't swing blindly like an idiot. Be a little more patient and watch what I'm doing. Watch for those footy steps. I see you. Oh, but you saw me first. Okay, fair enough. Really kind of wearing down my Estus here. Not a good thing. Ugh. Well, got one hit in. Got 2 hits in. Still not enough to stagger, though. At least she's not too speedy in her pursuit, so you can usually get away and have a drink if you need to. Damn. Oh, my bleed bar is going down. That's a positive. A little time to recover. Take your best shot. Ugh! Not that good. Which has got to be hurting something by now. Really should have prepped my catalyst and brought my great magic weapon into play here. That would have been the smart play. But really, I'm not approaching this very intelligently at all. I will readily admit that. Come on, Prissy. Oh! Right in the back. I am out of healing juice, which means I am in major, major trouble here. And that is that.
Didst thou not see why Ariamis...
Yeah, I guess Ariamis probably created this world because there was a crazy half-breed lady with a life hunt scythe in it. With the power to slay gods and all that, which I guess you would probably want to seal off from the rest of the world. Gotta feel a little bad for Prissy, though. Where the hell are my catalysts? Oh, there we are. Scrolled right past him. Well, I'm not gonna get a straight shot at that tail, and she is aggroed for good now, so I'm gonna go ahead and give up on the Great Combustion, and I'm gonna take my my buff set, the Great Magic Weapon and Power Within. And I'm not gonna worry about the tail cutting, I just have to get out of here alive. Okay. All my goodies are ready. Alright, let's take another crack at this. Alright, now that we have angered Priscilla, you'll see there is now a fog gate to her area, and she will immediately begin attacking once I enter. So I guess the wise thing to do here would be to prepare my buffs. Alright, Missy, let's rock. And I do like the nice colorful new shade on my Great Magic Weapon. It's a really quite pleasing blue. Alright, Chris, where you at? Show me some footprints. Get out of dodge. With a dodge. I have to be careful because my power within means I'll not be able to take quite as many hits, so I will be losing health. I think I got a hit in there at least. Run to safety, drink up. Watch for the footprints. Yeah, I see you. Oh, beat me to the punch. Having a little better luck with the block and retaliate approach. Although it is not strictly reliable. Oh, no, 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 don't fall. Run, 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 run. Oh.
Didst thou not see when Ariamis created this world?
Well, I got a tower shield from the knight here. That's something at least. Give that a quick eyeball, just for completion's sake. Metal Great Shield, used by Knight Baronique, known for his heavy armor. This is something interesting. Some of the equipment suggests that Knight Baronique is an individual, others that it is a group of knights. Perhaps it is the name of the leader of the company, and the Knights of Veronique are his company. Who knows? The game's never clear about it, and something may have been lost in translation as well. Anyway, back to business. I think what may be happening here is that I'm getting caught in Priscilla's follow-up swings, because she can do a two-hit combo, although she doesn't do it consistently. So that may be where I'm slipping up. I'm going to try for a second block before I retaliate this time. No, you don't. Oh, guess I can't do it that way. Thought I might be able to get the drop on her, but it's not going to be that nice to me. Oh, and I see my soul pile over there. We definitely want that. Where are you, nice lady? Oh, I see your footprints. 1, 2. Chop, chop. Yeah, that seems to have worked out okay. Drinky drink. Footprints. Yeah, I see you. Attack. Attack. Retaliate. Retaliate. Yeah, that's not so bad at all. See, I'm a little slow sometimes, but I do learn. Will you stagger already? I would appreciate some visibility. At least I'm not losing blood at a ridiculous rate this time. That certainly helps matters. Footprints? Footprints? Where you at? There you are. Come on. Alright. Let's see if I have time to buff my weapon here. And I do. That helps. Where are your footprints? Ooh, I heard a swing. Good. I sought your tail, Priscilla. I'm sorry. It was just too fluffy. Well, we would have gotten the dagger of Priscilla had we been able to successfully sever her tail, but it was not meant to be. We did, however, get her soul, which will eventually allow us to craft her scythe, which, just like our current scythe, is classed as a halberd, so that will be nice. And 2 extra humanity. Nothing harmful there. We have, however, done a very, very naughty thing. Not only in strictly ethical terms, but as far as the game is concerned, also that was bad business. Because, remember how I talked about if you aggro NPCs or do other certain naughty acts, it is logged by the game as a sin, and it keeps an invisible sin counter for you that you can only reset by requesting a pardon from Oswald? Yes, killing Priscilla is counted by the game as a sin, and so now we can be invaded by the PvP faction that punishes sinners. We'll probably want to get that paid off with Oswald, but we're not going to head back to him right away. First, we've got Anne Orlando to take care of. Oh, and I guess we get a homeward bone for our troubles as well. That's nice. I see all the painting guards have respawned. Well, we did rest at a bonfire, I suppose, so such things will happen. But we know how to take care of them. It's something we've certainly done many a time. We can re-enter the painting if we want, but no particular reason to do so unless I decided I really wanted Fire Surge for some reason. Also, on the subject of Priscilla, her name, Crossbreed Priscilla, has been the subject of quite a bit of conjecture by the fan community. What is she a crossbreed of? Well, she certainly does seem to be part dragon. And so the general sort of fanon consensus on who her father might be, if any, would be Seath, because he is a pale dragon, and she is pale and vaguely dragonish. Her mother, there are a couple of theories, but none that are really very well substantiated. And of course there's the possibility that she is a magical construction of some sort, or some kind of genetic combination. In which case, once again, the most likely candidate for her creator would be Seath. But these are things that we do not know, and unless Miyazaki-san decides he wants to drop some word of God on us, we may never know. All I can say for sure is that we do have her blood on our hands. But we also have her fluff on our hands, and there's something to be said for that. No drinking on the job. I suppose your position has sort of been made redundant now that I've invaded the painting and killed the big cheese of the mysterious painted world, but well, I guess that's dedication for you. I should also look at that soul. Once I get the painting guards cleaned out, I'll do that. Really nice dodge roll by the Painting Guardian there. Whoa! And a nice combo, too. Thought I had a little bit of Sunny D left over after my battle with Priscilla. Oh, Priscilla, they're gonna kill you for what you did. Sorry, optional bosses have a way of getting obscure Meatloaf songs stuck in my head. Ah, no backstab? That's no fun. Also, boy, in that last cutscene that showed me plunging down from the plank, boy, did the gray and white of the painted world ever present a striking contrast with my brilliant yellow Xantha studs. And between taking out Priscilla and my various other slaughters, I am rolling in the souls once again, so we should probably drop some of them on some levels. If I were being really picky, I could go back and take the shortcut down through Sen's Fortress and spend some of this money on pyro upgrades and paying off my burden of sin to Oswald, but can't be arsed. Get that endurance up to a nice round 30 and drop a little more on the dex. So we get more block juice, and we can do a little bit more damage. Seems like a good purchase to me. So now I raise the tower, and we continue on with the City of the Gods. Oh, and I was going to look at that soul, wasn't I? Yes, let's do that. Use the soul of this crossbreed bastard child, an antithesis to all life, to acquire a huge amount of souls, or create a unique weapon. When we get her weapon, which I do intend to do, we will see that her scythe had the power of Life Hunt, which was feared by the gods themselves, and presumably that is why she was sealed away. In game terms, the power of Life Hunt does more bleed buildup, and when the bleed is maxed out, it does more bleed damage than any other weapon in the game. The other edge of the sword, however, is that using the Life Hunt Scythe safely is something only Priscilla could do, and so using it yourself, you will cause bleed buildup on yourself with every swing. So you do have to moderate your use of it. Hidden path ahead? This is a lie. Someone's leaving a troll message. If you fall off there, you will just die. I don't believe there's any trap here either. Now, this is kind of interesting. It's a cool little detail. It's just another case of the devs of this game having great attention for detail. If you look at the stairs, you'll see up the middle there's a staircase with big stairs and more normal ones on the edges. One assumes this is for giant travelers and for regular ones. Nice accessibility there. And here we're going to have a couple of sentinels on the stairs, and they're a little more aggressive than the ones that we encountered earlier on. But if I approach carefully, I should be able to only aggro one at a time. We can bring him down onto the steps, take care of him here before we deal with his partner. Oh, you're swinging from an awful far distance there, friend. Oh, come on. Don't go away now. Girl, don't go away, man. Girl, just go away. These guys do lose interest in you kind of easily, so sometimes you have to give them a little poke as they start to retreat to keep them angry at you. But in all respects except their aggro radius and their persistence, they are the same as the ones we fought earlier, and can be handled in a likewise fashion. Come on, get down here. I don't want your friend coming after me just yet. If you're careful with these guys, they're not too unmanageable. The big danger is that you aggro two of them at once, which can be a little bit of a handful. And although they do like to keep those shields up and block attacks from the front, as you've probably noticed, if you attack from a little bit of an angle, you can get around their shield even when they have it raised. Gotta be careful with that backswing, that can catch you. You're just trying to retreat there, friend. Sorry, I just can't have that. And they still give you a decent soul reward. I can take this guy on a little more aggressively, I guess you'd say, now that he doesn't have a friend I have to avoid attracting. So get on over here. Thank you for going for the shield bash, that's a great help. Yeah, we can't get into the front way of this big cathedral. How's that for an old self reference? So we're going to have to find another way in, but once we're inside, we'll be able to open these giant doors from the inside, so that'll be a nice shortcut for us in the future. Oh, likewise, there's a gate over here on the left. That is also locked from the other side, and another shortcut we'll be able to open a little bit sooner than we can the front gates. Here I'm exercising a bit of caution because there are lightning demons about. And I see one of them has noticed... Oops! I forgot I don't have my bow equipped. I'll fix that in a bit, but for now I'll just stick with magic weapon. Come on, someone take a crack at me. There we go. Gotta be careful with these guys. They can shoot lightning at you, and even when they're closer up, their melee attacks have quite a bit of range. You can get their spear as a rare drop, or buy it from a particular merchant later in the game, if I recall correctly. And said spear, when you get it, it has one of the longest reaches of any weapon in the game. And fortunately, my shield of choice does have pretty good lightning resistance. So not too much of their lightning damage will get through my, my shield. Let's put that bow back on. There we go. No idea what happened to my frame rate for a moment there. Fortunately, it doesn't appear to have stuck as a problem. Don't believe you can backstab these guys, but of course they are going to be vulnerable from behind. And to gravity. He had a ways to fall. Oh, hi. I forgot there was another one hiding back here. Thankfully he didn't get the drop on me. Are they weak to poison? I don't even know. See if I can drive this guy back off the ledge. Nope, he died first. That's okay. Gives me a chance at his rare drop, although, of course, as you can see, I didn't get it. Is there anywhere to go to the right here before I head down that buttress? I don't believe there is. No, it doesn't look like there's anything of value here. I don't think we can ever open that door. So we're going to be heading down another buttress. Fortunately, no windows that need to be broken there, because presumably Tarkus didn't make it this far. Poor Tarkus. Wary of the danger zone. Ah! Christ on a cracker! That is a first. I have never had that happen to me before. Wow. Just a quick demo of how you can use the levers here to bring the tower back to your level if it's been left somewhere else. And now I will cube myself back up to where I died. Alright, when I woke up at the bonfire down in the basement there, I failed to notice that it was not kindled, and now I've used up half of my 5 Estus, or more than half, due to some mishaps with the demons and the sentinels. So this is probably going to bite me in the ass, but we'll try this again. There are some great bow guys around here who are the ones what shot me off the buttress here, which I didn't even know was possible. So I'm going to haul my ass down there and hopefully not take any giant arrows to the face. But you don't want to run in here too carelessly because there are demons awaiting. And it's easy to aggro them both, which optimally you will not do, but which I seem to have done. Oh well. Oh yeah, the great bow guys can shoot you while you're dealing with all this. Fun for the whole family. Oh, lordy. Alright, this is going to put me at significant risk of invasion, because Anne Orlando is kind of a big place for that, and not only is Anne Orlando popular for invasions in general, I am also now flagged as a dirty sinner. But what can you do? Gotta have my 10 sunny Ds. And yes, I probably should have used the humanity I already had before I dropped it in order to do this, but hindsight 2020 and what have you. At least now we get lovely salad midriff action. Okay, back to the buttress, and no invasions yet. That is good. Can I get a shot off at any of the demons from here? No, I don't believe I can do that. That's a bummer. Well, I'm going to charge because I want my souls and humanity back. Maybe, just maybe, I can piss these guys off one at a time. Yeah, you go ahead and lightning blast me. Whoa, watch the edge there. And there comes his friend. Not the best possible state of affairs, but we'll make do. Need a moment to recover my stamina. Oh, not good. Chug-a-lug? Okay, I came out ahead there. That's what's important. One down. Beautiful. And two. Ha! And now I can recover my body, which is a great relief. And now we come to a part that is infamous for its difficulty and trolling. Up there on the battlements we have two Silver Knights. Silver Knights being a new enemy type in this area. They are like Black Knights, but they do respawn. And they have different sets of weapons and movesets and what have you. So one of the Silver Knight types is the Great Bowmen. They have fuck-off gigantic bows, and they pretty much fire full-on spears from them. Said spears do lots of damage and lots of knockback. They knock you flat on your ass if you take one straight, and they will knock you back a fair bit even if they hit your shield. And as you can see, we have a buttress we have to run up, in plain sight of two of them. Yeah, this is one of the most notorious spots in all of Dark Souls. So, probably the easiest way to take care of this is to run up to the first point of cover, which is gonna... Oh. Okay, so this is roughly where I left off, and it looks like one of those demons dropped something, which means, yes, I got his spear. That's a fairly rare acquisition. If I were a spear user, I would be quite pleased. But this time out, I'm not. Got my souls back, though, which is always nice. So, as I was saying when I was so rudely interrupted, the easiest way to cheese this is to run up to that first pillar that'll give you some cover, and then either shoot the knights to death with arrows from behind cover, or just poison them with arrows and wait for them to die. I probably have enough poison arrows to do that, but I'm gonna try and do this legit first. Okay, didn't immediately get shot off the buttress there, which is nice. I didn't actually know that you could get shot over those railings. That has never happened to me before, believe it or not. Not once. And now it's happened to me twice in one session. Weird. If you give these guys a little time, they'll eventually stop shooting at the last place you saw them. Or rather, where they saw you. Now I'm going to try and make a break for it. Get to the top so I can take them on. This is dangerous as hell. I'm gonna take on the right-hand guy here first. As you can see, there's a big knockback danger from those arrows. Give me stamina, give me stamina. Okay, stamina recovery and retaliation. And he falls. Beautiful. One nice thing is, if you make your play for the guy on the right first, the guy on the left cannot shoot you from here. Not sure if that plays the same in reverse. I never do it in the opposite direction. But it does work that way, so there's that at least. And they will usually take you on with their swords if you get within melee range. I'm a little bit of a health risk here, so I would... Oh! Thanks, guy! That made my life easier. A little bit of treasure down here for the taking. Soul of a Hero, which is a very nice bonus. Yeah, usually I die once or twice before I get the good one, trying to take this the legit way without cheesing them with poison arrows. But I'm really quite pleased that I only died once, and that was trying to get up the buttress with my shield down. Won't make that mistake again anytime soon. Of course, they did help me out by suiciding for me. Hopefully I would have prevailed anyway, but, you know, I'll take the bye when I can get it. We are inside. And I do believe I've got a bonfire up ahead. Buckethead! My God, it's been a while. I haven't seen you since the parish.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
Well, you kind of screwed the pooch on the gaping dragon, but I know that's a little hard for your AI. I did appreciate your help with the bell gargoyles.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
Well, you know, Laurentius is my one true crush, but, you know, I wouldn't mind a little fling with you and Zigmeyer, maybe. Salad's non-traditional.
You really are fond of... If I didn't know better. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
And by the way, he will say the same thing if you are a gentleman. Solaire is pretty broad-minded too, I suppose. Well, from recovering my soul pile, I do have some humanity to drop on that bonfire, but I'm just going to check out the door across the way first, and then we'll call it a day, I think. Ah, yes, I remember this room well, because this is where you encounter your first Silver Knight with a spear, who apparently has a very low aggro radius. Come on. Yeah, because I used to farm this guy from the bonfire on the games where I was a big spear fan, which I often am. Because since the bonfire is right there to rest against, this is a good guy to farm the Silver Knight spear from, which is a very long spear. It doesn't have great scaling, and it can't be buffed because it has an inherent divine buff on it. But it's a very long spear, which is nice, and it has high base damage, so it's a good hitter for a while, until other weapons with better scaling catch up when your stats get high enough. These guys twist a lot at the waist, which gives me a hard time hitting backstabs on them sometimes. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. But there we go. I do like that distinctive yowl they make when you kill them. Okay, curly chain means legitimate chest. So we open without fear. Oh, and we get some Sunbro coins. Good enough. Alright. So I'm gonna head on back to Solaire's hangout and top up this bonfire. And then I think we're about ready to call it a day. Well, actually, I've got a good chunk of souls, so I can probably get a level or two out of that first. Yeah, that's gotta be good for one. More endurance. Oh, we've just got 9 more to go until we've got that topped out. You may have seen in past comments that you can keep your endurance going up past 40 for more equip load, but I don't need that much equip load since I'm trying to stick to light armor, and after 40 you just don't get any more stamina. Alright, let's reverse our hollowing and kindle this one up, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, it immediately stood me up, which means quite possibly that I have been invaded. Before I call it a day, we'll see if that is in fact the case. Someone summon sign. I heard something. Bubbles! I'm going to die to a person named Bubbles, and it's going to be embarrassing. I like your hat, though. And he's got a notched whip. Someone's cosplaying Xanthus King Jeremiah. We're outfit twinsies, except for the hat. Sorry, I just couldn't use the hat. Oh, and my controller has failed. Am I alive again? No. Now I'm alive. There are questions about the ethics of chugging Estus in a PvP fight, but I think it was fair there because I was controllerless for a moment. And I've gone controllerless again. Okay, functional again, at least for the moment. Can't quite see what I'm doing. Okay, better. But I've got the attention of a Silver Knight, which is not going to help here. Bubbles is a bit of an oddball. I was completely incapacitated, and he thought he'd just kind of hang out and kick me for a while. Well, at least I can say I didn't get killed by the invader. Right. Let's go recover those souls and, see if I can't do the Kindle properly this time. Needlessly lost to humanity there, which is no fun, but what can you do? Okay, Kindle, quickly! Very good. Alright, I think that's about enough for this session. A little bit embarrassing at the end there, but at least I can legitimately blame the controller for everything right up until my actual death. Anyway, this is for Salad and myself, playing some Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. I hope you're enjoying the trip, and next time we will continue in Anne Orlando. Take care, and see you soon. I Played a Thing, and an order for a replacement controller have been brought to you today by such generous supporters as Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Anonymous Benefactor, Canis, Daniel Barkalow, Zanganarth, Joseph Coco, Johnny Millennium, Chibi UFO, Patrick Bellinger, Misha Van Doren, and the rest of the gang. Thank you all very much for your support, whether through Patreon, donations, subscribing, or just watching. It's a pleasure having you along, and I hope to keep you enjoying the ride. See you next time.